Today we're going to set up a Yoocaa LED hydroponics growing system. This is off of Amazon. This was kindly sent to me from a channel member. With the winter months approaching as we enter autumn, I thought it might be interesting to see what we can grow indoors, and I've always wanted to experiment with using hydroponics. I can get into it. So you've got your user's manual. So it comes in English, Dutch, French, Italian, Spanish. A plant food guide. Got the two parts of the unit, some caps. Looks like we've got some more goodies inside. Tapes down. Let's have a look inside. Some sponge-like plugs. 2 packs of them. I assume these are to hold the sponge-like plugs. So this is a 12 modular container. Got some lid caps. Two is the sponges, you get 24 of them. 3 is the basket kit, you get 12 of them. So that's for the 12 modular system. 7 you get your plastic covers. Plant food B, that's number 5. You got solid nutrients for herbs, vegetables, flowers and more. A, you got plant food for herbs, vegetables, flowers and more. So that's that. This is going to be for the grow light. So it's got an arrow pointing that way. So that clips in like so. And you've got a plug socket. There's like a filtration system in the bottom here. I'll show you. That's been taped down, so let's remove that. Right, so it's got a clip on each side, so I need to be careful that I'm not heavy-handed with these. There we go. So there's the filter system. And it's covered with sponges, so we can, a bit like a fish tank, freshwater fish tank, you can take the sponges out and clean them. That's that. Always a bit daunting that you've got water running through with electricity, but that's how it's been designed. Just going to go over the top, neaten those 2 sections. Then we've got the LED lid, which is just going to stick on the top. It's quite a simple little setup, that. These are the baskets which sit inside the grow system. Then we've got the 24, so you've got spares, but we've got sponges which are going to sit inside. And then you get a full pack of spares. So I'm going to Google at the end of this video, but I'm going to make sure that you can buy replacements for all of these, so it's not a one-off grow kit. So you've got the stop caps. These are the lids for covering. So if you're not planning on growing in all of them, they just sit over the top like so. Just stick them over the top, that covers them. You get 6 of them, so you can grow half if you wanted to. And then we've got the plastic covers, which I'm assuming will help cover when you put your seeds in, like so. You get 12 of them, so you can cover all of them. This little contraption here shows us what the water level is and that just sits in there. So a maximum of 3.5 litres. So just quickly, you get a few extra caps, which is really handy because these look quite brittle. But it says you get 12. I put all 12 out and I've still got 4 spare tops for my seedlings. Just going to prepare A and B food mix. Now it says use purified water, so I'm going to use bottled water because I want to avoid using chlorinated tap water. So it says fill the bottle and shake well. Nutrient particles have a storage life of 2 years if unopened bottles, if stored at an ambient temperature without being exposed to sunlight. Well mixed nutrient solutions prepared by adding water have a storage life of 5 months without exposure to sunlight. So we're just going to keep these stored in the cupboard. So I do both of them up ready, and then I'll go have a look at what seeds I want to use. Right, so we've mixed up the plant feed. So I've selected a few different types. So we've got some lettuce, some chard, these are all things I can cut and come again, some mizuna, I actually put some basil in there as well, and some garden rocket. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, we've got 5, so we've got 5 lots to play around with. I figured we could do 2 of each and then a couple more lettuce and see how we get on. To point out to note, I'm just going to take these off because I know they're going to go flying, is that when you set it up, you want to plug in the adapter before you put the water in, otherwise you're going to end up tipping it over. Good job I noticed that. Well, it does actually, to be fair, it does say in the instructions, so I'm not going to claim success on that one. So as you can see on the bottom, we've got the power point there, so you just push that in there, it's plugged in and the cable's tucked underneath. A little rubber plug for the water, to drain the water, so you just need to make sure that's in, otherwise when you start filling it up you're going to end up emptying it from the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and fill the tank, the reservoir. So as I fill it, you can see that the gauge goes up. Wait for the sponges to absorb some of the water. Kind of floating at the moment. We'll put the lid back on. We'll put the bung back in for the water. And then we're going to feed 15 mils of food B to the system and 15 mils of A, plant feed A. So plenty of food, nutrients into that water system. Now store both of these in a cupboard away from direct sunlight. Now store them in the house, not the shed, so the temperature doesn't fluctuate. Put the bung back in. Right, so I've got it set up with the sponges, which have now taken on all the water, the moisture, so they're all completely wet. And I'm going to grow 2 lots of chard, 3 lots of lettuce, 2 lots of rocket, 3 lots of mizuna and 2 lots of basil. And the way I've worked this one out so I can see them at the back is I'm going to grow them diagonally. So basil, mizuna, rocket, lettuce, chard. So I'm just going to go ahead and put 3 to 5 seeds in each piece. So that's the mizuna done, which is like a peppery oriental salad leaf. Let's do the basil next. Next up's the rocket, the lettuce, and finally the chard. Chard's got quite big seeds, so we're going to go 2 seeds in each. It comes with plenty of these plastic display signs for what you're growing. I just stuck a little piece of paper, sticky piece of paper over the top. It's a bit harder to write on these, and a load of tubes as well. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this works. And then just one other thing to note, you can gently move up and down the height of the UV light. There's also some information in the booklet on how to clean your filters out. I'll share that video later on into the process. Just quickly, I forgot that with the seeds, I wanted to put the little plastic coverings, almost like a greenhouse covering, over the top of them just to help them maintain and keep a warmer temperature. So just go ahead and do that now. It fits nicely on the kitchen windowsill, which is a bonus. It's got really cool LED lights at the bottom, can you see them? It'll look pretty cool at night time. And it's got its own setting, so the vegetable setting will be 16 hours of light, and then the pump will be on for 30 minutes and then off for 30 minutes. It's got a whole filtration system built in. But for now, that's the setup. Very interesting to see how this gets on. I've not used hydroponics before. It's something I've been really interested to use. I'll leave the link for this on Amazon if you're interested in taking a look at it a bit closer. That'll be in the description of this video, and like I said, I'll keep you updated as I progress using hydroponic systems.